Do you want more? More time, more balance, more love, more sex, more money, more real, and less bullshit? This is the Women Wanting More podcast with Dr. Karen Osborne. Real life, real stories, plus real tips to get you more of what you want.
So, I received an interesting letter in the mail yesterday from a grocery delivery service that we have used since we moved here to Victoria in August of last year. So, oh gosh, let's see, how many months is that now? 7-ish months. Great company, local. But here's the story I'm going to share with you today that'll be relevant to you. And it's really about this. It's about, do you really want to do that? Do you really want to do that? See, I teach my two sons, who are 3 and 6, that every choice has a consequence. Every choice has a consequence. You might think that's goofy to teach to little kids, but they get it. Every choice has a consequence. You hate your brother, don't be surprised if he hits you back. If you keep doing things that mommy has asked you to stop do, there'll be a consequence of toys being taken away, or you don't get to do something, or, there's a consequence. There's a warning to things, but then there's a consequence. Every choice you make in life has a consequence. It could be the consequence or result that you want, or it can be the one that you don't want. So how is this relevant to the letter I got? So, the letter I got from spud.ca. And I'm going to fucking name them, because I am pissed at the way that they do their business. So I get this letter. It's like handwritten on the outside, which is done by a lot of companies, like handwritten, right? Because you go, oh, someone actually sent me something. I'm thinking they're sending me like a coupon or something saying thanks for your business. No, it's a collection letter for $133 that I have zero idea what they're even talking about. This is the first I've ever heard of it. I don't even understand it because it's grocery delivery. If you know how that works, you pay for the groceries, they deliver them to you. I don't understand how there's this like balance thing. Again, first time I've ever heard of it. And in the letter, it states, hey, by the way, if you don't respond within this period of time, and I think it's maybe like 2 weeks out or something, or 3 weeks out, then we're sending you to collections. Wow. Hey? Are you sure you really want to do that? Do you really want to do that? Spud.ca. Do you really want to do that? You just did it. Do you really want to do that? So I get this letter, peeing my dogs before I went to bed last night. It's like about 10:20 p.m. And I grabbed the mail. So we've got a mailbox kind of around the corner from the property that our house is on. And I open it up and I'm like, motherfucker. Are you kidding me? Are you sure you want to do this? Do you really want to do this, Spud.ca? So many times I can drop that, spud.ca, spud.ca. Are you sure you really want to do this? See, the course of action now that they have put into place, their choice to send a collection letter to me for $133, no, it's not even a collection letter, a letter saying you owe us $133 for, I don't even know what that is, to then threaten collections if I don't pay within 3 weeks is fucking ridiculous. Ridiculous. So here's the consequence of the action that they did when they decided to send me that letter. Okay? Number one, I open up my laptop. I fire out a nasty fucking email. There's times where you're just like, let me just kind of sit in this. I'm like, you know what? This is absolute. Because first I went actually to my account and I thought, you know what? I don't know. Maybe did something happen? Like, I don't really understand, but let me just pay it, and then I'll deal with it and see what the fuck it is. I can't even get in my account. So what I think has happened is they've blocked my account, so I can't go in to pay it. And it's like, send us a certified check, come in and pay it in person in cash. And it's like, are you fucking kidding me? This is an online, now you want me to write a physical check? Go to the bank, get a certified check for $133, which, by the way, we've ordered a lot of shit from them over the last 7 months. No issues. Are you sure you really want to do this, spud.ca? There's a consequence to every action. So in the letter, I write, listen, I have no idea what you're talking about with this. I don't even understand it because I pay you and then you bring groceries to my door. That's the way online groceries work. I haven't gotten any notice of this before. And I said, the way that you do business is like you think it's 1984. You're sending out a fucking letter saying, pay us or we'll send you to collections. Bullshit. I said, just understand. I said, nobody does business like this. But you did. And not only have you lost a loyal customer, the consequence of this action is going to cost you a lot more than the lost business that we would have been very loyal customers over several years. I'm not going to talk about it and the experience I had. And every time that someone brings up your business, spa.ca, I will share that story with them. Not because I'm a spiteful person, simply because this will be how I remember their business. So what they really should have asked themselves is this business, we'll call it quote unquote practice. I don't know if it's something they've always done, like whatever it is, they should have really asked themselves this question. Am I sure I really want to do this? Am I sure I really want to do this? And on that letter was like, P.S., like if something happened, like I don't really understand why I even owe the money, but like I'll happily pay it. It's like $133. They have no idea the fucking damage that they've done now. Over $133 from a customer that never had any issues. And I was like, P.S. I'm like, and I loved you guys. Like, you guys were awesome. Delivery guys were great. Service was great. Easy to order. You have tarnished this relationship because you made a choice to send out a nasty letter threatening to send me to collections for $133 that I didn't even know that I owed. And how do I owe you money? I pay you first. You have my credit card on file. And then you send groceries. Are you sure you really want to do this? There's a consequence to every action, spa.ca. So when you hear this story, then sister, here's what I want you to do as part of your more tip for day. And this is a question I will often ask my clients, or kind of some version of, is like, I really like to teach and sharing stories of my life experiences. Obviously, this is all of this podcast, right? Is exactly that. Because I think there's a lot for us to be learned from the experiences of other people. It's easy to go, here, do these 7 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do this, do that, tell them this, and just be like robots. It's like, no, why don't you fucking figure it out from what other people have learned? Let me take you the lessons that I've learned in my life and save you time. But see, there'll be something that people see in every single one of these episodes, including this story. Some of you will hear this and go, oh my God, Karen's such a bitch. What is she doing saying their name, spa.ca, on the podcast and messing with them? How could she do that to a small local business? Which, by the way, never have I done something like this before. Spa.ca. Some of you will be hearing that and be like, oh my God. And you'll go to all the injustices of the world. You might play the role or are comfortable with the role of victim quite a bit. Side note, my bad for you hearing the windows open and close and heat on and off. It's like pouring rain as I record this episode and driving my car back from dropping off my little guy at daycare, and I'm like fogging up and then not fogging up. So deal with it. Roll with it. This is real life podcasting. Just real life. Some of you will hear this story and say, oh shit. What are some of the things that I'm wanting to do in my life? And maybe I need to ask myself that same question. Am I sure I really want to do this? So here's your more tip for today. Why don't you take a look at something that you're wanting to do in life? Now, caveat, let me just kind of sidebar-ish this, okay? If you have something amazing that you want to do, you are clear on what it is, you're clear on why you want it, and you're committed to making it happen, don't fucking go and question that bullshit, okay? Just don't. You could take this message and go, oh, Karen's right. I got to think about this. Do I really want to do this? And then you talk yourself out of that thing that you want to do. That's fear. That's doubt. That's resistance. That's a totally different conversation. That's not this. This are some of the things that you're wanting to do, that you've been thinking about, right? That conversation that you want to have, that I'm going to quit my job tomorrow. I'm gonna like leave my husband, he's such an asshole, or I'm gonna do this to my friend, It's just, pause for a second and just ask yourself that question. Do I really want to do that? Are you sure that you want to do that? Do you really want to do that? Now, you might make something big. So, like, I'm completely prepared if I go off on a rant with a purpose, by the way. Anytime that I have a conversation similar to this, there's a reason for this. There's a lesson. There's something for you to hear inside of this. And I am more than willing to go out there and put a target on me to have you hear something that you need to hear. To have you see something you need to see, some kind of parallel in your life, something that it triggers for you to go, oh man, like I see something in this. See, I'm okay to have that. That's my choice. I know there's a consequence. I know that some of you this might actually piss off. Maybe not. Maybe. But I said that to myself before I recorded this episode. I'm like, yep, I do actually really want to go there. I think there's something valuable to see in this. And I think there are times that we feel that we're going on our life in isolation, in our own little circle, and we don't understand how it affects others. The last episode I just recorded was, what is the cost of your inaction on others? See if Spud.ca sat down and went, wait a second, let's just really take a look. Let's see Karen. Oh yeah, man, she's ordered like several $1,000s of products over the last 7 months. Yeah, she's oh my God, look at all the stuff that she orders. She's talked about us on social media and how amazing that we are. It's $133. Something must have maybe happened. Like, maybe she didn't get the notices. Maybe this is an error. Maybe we should look into this first. No, they didn't do that. They didn't say, do I really want to do this? They didn't understand the consequences of the action that they took by writing that insane letter. So, open up your journal, because insight comes when you can see the words on the page and not run around in circles in your head. And write at the top of your page, do I really want to do this? And write down what that is. Do I really want to do this? Or am I sure I want to do this? Do I really want to do this? And see what comes up. I'm telling you, sister, the insights and revelations inside a group that I created called the Sisterhood. There's 70 women inside that group, women that have taken the step forward and are committed to getting clear on what they want and why. They are committed to getting the best and more power within their marriage, their business / work, their body and their family, and are doing the work. Those that are really diving deep into it are posting within this closed Facebook community, this closed group coaching program, and are just like, holy shit, I cannot believe what's coming up for me. This is amazing. So write shit down. This is valuable, sister. It doesn't happen by you ruminating in your head. It happens by you actually seeing the words in front of you. So on that note, there's 2 exciting things I want to share with you. One is the sister. I just shared that. I've mentioned this on the last several episodes. But this is really something that is so exciting. And when you go over to drkarenosborne.com/sisterhood, the link will also be in the show notes. Or if you're listening on your phone, there's a little I, and that's on the iPhone. I have no idea if it's Samsung. I don't even understand that. So iPhone, Apple. I'm an Apple girl. So if you click on the I, it'll bring up all the show notes. You can actually view it on your phone. Okay, but drkarenosborne.com/sisterhood. Watch the video, enter in your email. You'll get all the information, what it's all about, what you get, who it's for, and a chance to actually get a trial for free for 7 days. Like, there's no excuse for you to not be part of this group. If you want more within the more pillars: marriage, business / work, body and family. In addition, I just launched yesterday, which will be 2 days from when you actually hear this podcast. If you hear it on the first day it comes out, my very exciting 1-day event, Women Wanting More Live, Saturday, June the 10th, 2017. here in beautiful Victoria, BC, Canada. It was really birthed out of me doing 2.5-day live events. You've been listening to the podcast for a while. You've heard me when I've gotten close up to it and those that were applying for it. And, you know, sister, really came down to, I want to help more of you. Some of you were just not ready. You didn't have the financial investment that's needed for an event like that. You didn't have the time investment to be able to leave your family for probably 4 days, including travel for my 2.5-day live events. This is 1 day on a Saturday to get clear on what you want, to really see what's possible when you leave your husband and your children and you leave work and you come and you be around women that are like you, that want the same things. Because sister, you don't have to do this shit alone. I thought that for years too. And then I was part of a powerful group over a year ago, and everything changed in my life. So early bird tickets, depending on when you're listening, right now as the episode comes out, there's 24 early bird tickets left. Check this out, $77, sister. It's ridiculous. I'm literally losing money from running this event. Because my why is, sister, that I know that if we can be eyeball to eyeball, if you can be a group of other women that are like you, committed to the same things, and you see that you're not alone, if you can actually leave with a plan and an action map to get clear on what you want and why, and you actually leave it. So you're like, I know now, and I'm leaving, going home with a plan to put it into place, that your life will change. So I'm willing to do that for you. So tickets will be limited to 150. Okay, there is now currently, 137 that are left. They're going very fast. An early bird ticket is still in effect. So that's for $77. That's it, sister. And that's over at drkarenosborne.com/live, L-I-V-E. But again, all the links will be in the show notes. So I will talk to you the next episode. A Life of More is just one step away from you doing the fucking work every single day. I love and appreciate you, sister.
To get the show notes of each Women Wanting More episode, including the How to Get More tip, subscribe to the newsletter at drkarenosborne.com/newsletter.